What's up guys, Spartanator here. Today we're going to be mixing vocals in FL Studio using only free plugins. Of course, all the links to these plugins will be in the description. Now a quick tip for those of you who don't have FL Studio, you can actually get a free trial of it, and it has pretty much everything you'd need for general use. Just know that you can't actually save project files and reopen them. So if you save something, you can't go back and reopen it until you purchase a package of FL Studio. So if you do everything in one sitting and export your finished product, then you're good to go. In the case of this tutorial, this works perfectly because you don't need a whole lot of time to do all this, but for the long term, I would not recommend surviving off of the free trial. For those of you who just flat out aren't using FL Studio and use a different DAW, most of these plugins will work pretty much exactly the same. You can even use some of these plugins in Audacity, which is kind of funny that you can mix and master in Audacity, which I would not recommend, but it is possible. So that's enough rambling, let's get into an actual song. So this is SpaceX by 03 Playboy Benji. Feel free to check out his music, his album's coming out in about a week. This is a perfect song to choose because there's not a whole lot going on in the beat, and the vocals are pretty prominent in this song. Obviously, I've already mixed and mastered this, so we're going to start fresh by putting this in a new mixer track. So right now, I'll play the vocals without anything on them.
Hey, I'ma take off like I'm SpaceX. I'm dreaming and make checks. Who am I to believing in fake X? Lil Benji on top, I can say next. On my way back to Saturn in space coupe. I'm on 96 like a state true. Riding 100 just so I can regroup. Lil Benji on top, I can't say you.
So obviously the mic quality is not the greatest, but you don't even need that great of a mic to get a decent mix in. I believe these are actually on a pair of earbuds. I could be wrong, sorry Benji if I got that wrong. But either way, it is pretty poor mic quality. So the first thing I like to do is obviously put some auto-tune on to get it in key with the song. So the first plugin we're going to use is Pitcher. This is a stock FL Studio plugin. So we're going to select B minor here. You're going to have to fiddle with this a little bit, but we could probably go back and adjust this after we put on our other effects.
Saturn in space coupe. I'm on 96 like a state true. Riding 100 just so I can regroup.
You can tell it sounds a little more robotic here, so we're gonna set this gender thing here. I've heard that this doesn't even do too much, but we're just gonna set it slightly to the left here.
Saturn in space coupe. I'm on 96 like a state true. Riding 100 just so I can regroup. Lil Benji on top, I can't say you. This my last chance like a do or die, or all doors closed like a suicide. If I go down, man, who gon' slide? I'm still.
All right, I think I found the setting I kind of like, kind of in that medium range. You don't want it too fast or it sounds a little robotic. All right, so the next thing I like to do is throw on a little EQ. A good preset to use is actually just clicking left here and using the vocal presence preset. Obviously every voice is different, but this may take out a lot of the bass in the voice. Just keep in mind with vocals, you kind of want the higher range frequencies, but you still want those basses to exist, just not as prominent.
Saturn in space coupe. I'm on 96 like a state true. Riding 100 just so I can regroup.
So it's already sounding a lot better, but as I said, these lower frequencies are kind of drowned out now, and we don't want to eliminate them because that can actually take out a lot of the character in the voice. So this is where our first actual downloadable plugin comes in. So this plugin is called Wah Shock. It's a very simple plugin. It's literally just one knob that you can adjust, and we're gonna adjust it about right here, and this just makes the voice pop a lot more.
Saturn in space coupe. I'm on 96 like a state true. Riding 100 just so I can regroup. Lil Benji on top, I can't say you. This my last chance like a do or die, or all doors closed like a suicide. If I go down, man, who gon' slide? I'm still trying to find like who gon' ride.
It also makes the voice a lot louder, so we're gonna take this notch down to here.
Saturn in space coupe. I'm on 96 like a state true. Riding 100 just so I can regroup.
Once again, depending on the voice, you can actually adjust this EQ here as well. Sometimes I like to do a quick adjustment here, so I'm gonna set it to around here.
Hey, this sound like an intro. Truth is that it's not just tiptoe. Slide on the beat with a flow that got grip though. My best birthday was like Cisco.
So it already sounds a whole lot better, but we gotta make this a little less dry. We gotta add some more to this. So the obvious answer to making things less dry is some reverb. This is once again a stock FL Studio plugin, so we're gonna have to adjust some of the knobs here. This is the wet knob, which makes it sound more echoey, and then the dry. I like to keep these almost neck and neck with each other. It just gives that little bit of reverb.
Hey, Hey, this sound like an intro. Truth is that it's not just tip.
You can also adjust this knob here and turn it down.
Hey, this sound like an intro. Truth is that it's not just tiptoe. Slide on the beat with a flow that got grip though. My best birthday was like Cisco.
I'm not going to mess too much with these other settings just simply because we want a little bit of reverb. Alright, the next plugin is Spitfish. Spitfish is pretty simple. All you do is just turn these knobs up. I like to keep it at around this setting. What this does is it basically finds all the S's and makes them a little quieter so they aren't as sharp and ear-piercing. Another plugin that is similar to this would be Maximus. Maximus is a FL Studio stock plugin, and there are some presets with de-essers. Spitfish is just really easy to use, so I figured I'd just throw this in instead.
Hey, this sound like an intro. Truth is that it's not just tiptoe. Slide on the beat with a flow that got grip though. My best birthday was like Cisco. Crypto on the dark web for the Benz though.
You can see it's detecting those S's as the song progresses, and it's muting it in real time. Another thing I like to do a lot when there's not a whole lot going on in the beat, or if the person doesn't have ad-libs on their song, this can help out a lot. This one is called Fruity Delay, once again a stock FL Studio plugin. If you go to the presets here, you just click right until you hit default here, and it's going to sound really obnoxious at first, but that's what this knob here is for.
On top, I can't say you. This my last chance like a do or die, or all doors closed like a suicide. If I go down, man, who gon' slide? I'm still trying to find like who gon'.
This basically just creates a big echoey pattern where it's constantly repeating until it fades out. You've heard it a billion times. If you think the delays are coming in a little too fast or too slow, you can adjust the time knob here. In most cases, I like to just keep it at the default setting here. Just make sure to crank this down when using this, because rarely will you ever want it this loud. So we've only put like 6 plugins on, but I'm pretty happy with where we're at. Let's give this another listen to be sure.
Hey, I'ma take off like I'm SpaceX. I'm dreaming and make checks. Who am I to believe in fake cakes? Lil Benji on top, I can say next. On my way back to Saturn in space coupe. I'm on 96 like a state troop. Riding 100 just so I can regroup. Lil Benji on top, I can't say you. This my last chance like a do or die, or all doors closed like a suicide. If I go down, man, who gon' slide? I'm still trying to find like who gon' ride. And you gotta watch for the enemy. Maybe the opposites are friend of me. I'll make sure that you got all the enemies. No, they not ready for who I am finna be.
Yeah, I'm definitely happy with where we're at on these plugins, because we didn't even do that much. It doesn't seem like we did that much, at least, and it sounds pretty good. Now, this is just a quick bonus tip for you guys recording on cheaper mics. When you're recording on your Apple earbuds, your cheap mic, you'll always have this stupid white noise in the background, even if you're surrounded by foam. And it's incredibly annoying when you're mixing with things like U-Washock and, you know, just adjusting the higher frequencies. You can really hear that white noise coming out of the song here. Now, something to counteract this is using Audacity. Audacity was a software that I was talking about before that you can actually use some of these plugins on. So you're going to want to import your track into Audacity, and make sure you leave a little bit of space at the beginning of your audio file. What I mean by that is give it like 3 seconds of silence, and what you're going to want to do is highlight that little tail of the 3 seconds of silence here or more, and you're going to want to go up and click Effect in the top middle here, and you want to go to Noise Reduction. With this still highlighted, you're going to want to click Get Noise Profile. What this is going to do is it's going to pick up this sound that you just scanned here and try to eliminate it from the rest of your track. So after getting your noise profile, you're going to want to highlight the whole track, which you can do by double clicking right here. Then you're going to go back to Get Noise Profile and just copy the settings that I have on the screen right here and press OK. Once you do this, the white noise in the background should be near silent. Just give it a quick listen through to make sure that it actually worked, because sometimes the noise reduction can cause the audio to lack in quality. If this is the case, simply press the undo button, go back to noise reduction, and lower the settings a little bit to reduce that strength that it tries to put on the audio file. So once you're done with this, you want to export this and throw it into FL Studio. Now, one thing I should mention before you think you can just export, Audacity requires you to download this thing. It gives you this warning right here. It's just another quick attachment you need to download into Audacity just to export MP3s. or WAV files. Once you've done that, then you can just flat out go into FL Studio with the same project file open and just put it in the mixer track that we added all our effects to, and delete your old file, and then you're good to go. You don't even have to touch a thing. So I hope this tutorial helped you guys out figuring out how to mix on your own. Artists should learn a lot of these cool tricks on their own, just so they don't have to pay so much money each time they want to release one song. It really does help out in the long run if you're, self-produced. You can mix and master on your own, and you don't have to pay anyone to do it. This is just a nice, easy way to get a decent mix, so you don't have to pay as much money for top-notch quality. All right, so that's that. Thank you guys for watching. Let me know if you want to see more tutorials like this in the future. I have a lot of cool ideas that I can do for tutorials. Let me know down in the comments if you want to see me do a specific thing on songs in general, music in general. So thanks for watching. Take care, guys.